Welcome in, pizza.
The cool thing to point out about Rebirth is when you go on the itch page, the mouse is a skull.
Devious.
What?
Discord.
Oh, right.
All right, event. One event. Start. Are we letting everybody know? No, we're not. We don't want to let everybody know. We're going to start the event. And then we're going to ping event notifications. Hello, the writer. Hello, Haircut. Announcements at event notifications. Community showcase. How do I phrase this? Now, Devious, is that you?
Maybe.
Okay. And event voice lounge. Come hang while we look. Devious, is that you?
No.
Posts in get game feedback. Right. Are we live on YouTube? I think we are.
Don't forget about the chat.
I got the chat up here. I did just ping event notifications and not everybody, I hope. Yeah, okay, excellent. Event Voice Lounge. Hello, Korak, the writer, Haircut. Welcome in. Oh, mama. We're just going to hang out for a minute. And...
Yeah, you should definitely check the chat.
Oh yes, guys, Game Ninja Cat, Rebirth, Synergy. There's a couple we could play that are web-based. I'm sort of okay to do that. We'll see. Ella Boom, hello. Kirufo, hello, welcome in. If you're looking for the chat option, by the way, you all know where it is. But for those who need reminding, in the top right-hand corner of the Event Voice Lounge channel.
In Discord.
In Discord, yes.
Excuse me.
Hello, Schwartz. Welcome in, welcome in.
May the Schwartz be with you. Every time I hear that word.
Devious, are you meaning to mute? And no. I think it's... You're not?
No.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Oh, how did that happen? Must have... Oh, I don't know how that happened.
Okay, interesting. Hello, Ziana. Ziana. Hello, Schwartz. So we are live on YouTube as well. This is the third event we've now done on both YouTube and Discord. We'll be making some tweaks moving forward. Good to see y'all again. So if you do hear us mentioning any comments or saying anything that is not either in the YouTube chat or the Discord chat, then it's probably in the other one. Hey. So I'm going to be paying attention to both. Scott, welcome. So today's event is a little bit different. It's not a sort of deep dive discussion as the others have been, which we have a lot of fun doing. But instead, in this event, we're going to be going through the Get Game Feedback channel, leaving some feedback live and looking just at the posts in there and yeah, diving into them. Sushmeister, welcome. Yeah, feel free to come and go. It'll probably be a shorter event than usual, maybe an hour. We'll see how long it takes us to get through to get through everything. And obviously, we'll prioritize people who are here as well. If any of you guys have posted and get feedback, we'll prioritize you. So if you're on YouTube, by the way, hello. We'll be looking through the Discord channel. We'll be looking through the Discord channel posts in our channel called Get Game Feedback. So if you want to leave a submission for next month's event, feel free to join the Discord. We'll get an invite to that, and then we'll hope to see you there. Hello, Dr. Puzzler. Welcome. Just taking a minute to let people join, but then we'll get started. How's everybody been? I hope everybody's having a good day, having a good time. It's the end of January. Can you believe it? Although, to be honest, January's kind of dragged this year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, you know. It's been a slow Jan. Yeah.
It was like the
January's-
22nd. I was like, it's not over yet.
We just started the year, so that's what we did, and we're already like, what is 1 month as a? Well, we're 12th through the year, whatever that is as a percentage. It's crazy. We're getting through it. Time flies.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to be having a look at a few posts made in Get Game Feedback. However, this does mean that I can't see where there's a way to detach this. I think. How do I do that? Show requests more. How do I pop this channel out, Devious?
What channel?
How do I pop out the Event Voice Lounge channel? I think I can do that, can't I?
What do you mean pop out?
I can have it as like a separate window.
Oh,
It's
Right.
next to the
Oh,
end
yeah.
call.
yeah.
I found it. Oh yeah, we're in business. Okay, if you guys could just keep an eye on YouTube, I don't imagine we'll get much over there because it's focused on Discord today, and that's absolutely fine. But if you guys could keep an eye on the Discord chat for the YouTube chat for me, I'll focus in on Discord. It's been going pretty quick for me this year, Dr. Puzzle. I've had a lot of stuff going on the last month. It's true, the more stuff you have to do, the quicker time goes by. Or is that true? I thought it was the other way around. I thought if you had the more stuff you do, the slower it goes. I don't know. It varies. It varies. Pretty sure it's the more stuff. Hello, Vector. Welcome in. First week on the new job, didn't have to travel. Is that congratulations if that's a good thing. Sorry to hear that if that's a bad thing. At least for you, Dr. Puzzle, the more stuff you're doing, the quicker it goes by. Yeah, I think it depends on what the nature of the stuff is, right? If you're doing new things, then time goes by pretty slowly. I think it's part of the reason why when you're a kid, when you're growing up, time it runs a lot slower. It feels like it runs a lot slower than it does these days because there's more every day something new happens. Right, you're just taking in new information all the time, and the older you get, the less new stuff happens, and it just days sort of blur into one. Okay, so where's my chat list? Let's get that up. It's Valentine's Day soon. Hopefully, you guys got some special plans. And anyone got any special plans for 2 weeks time?
No. Well,
No?
actually, my birthday's right around Valentine's.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice enough.
Yeah,
Pizza,
presents.
you get extra presents.
I meant Devious will get.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, Devious will get presents instead of.
well, not really.
Pizza, you doing anything special for Valentine's?
No, just takeaway most likely.
Get a takeaway. That's right.
Just stay at home, get discounted chocolate after Valentine's Day.
Wonderful.
Order for two, but really for one. Get what is it? The Valentine's specials.
Okay, gonna share my screen there, and then I'm gonna share it in Discord as well. Hello, Parker 0808. Share your screen. We'll do Get Game Feedback. Go live. Just check I'm streaming the right thing. Hell yeah. I'm definitely getting doxxed. Okay, so this channel, for those of you who don't know, though you probably all do, is just for posting. You can make a project post in here, looking for some feedback, posting screenshots, videos, links to your game. It may get looked at, it may not. Depends how much of a busy week we're having, but also the people in the server are having. But it's always good to throw stuff in here. There's been more activity over time, and it's easier if you guys are looking for feedback on specific things. You're more likely to get that. So if you post some screenshots, if you post a video, you're more likely to get feedback from the community as well in that format rather than a game format, because people don't necessarily feel feel safe, totally safe downloading files onto their computer, which is fair enough. So if you can submit web builds as well, you're more likely to get feedback there too. So just some advice if you're looking to post some stuff, or maybe you did post a link to your game and wondering why nobody's looked at it. That's likely why, or it's just bad luck. But yeah, so yeah, post screenshots, videos, stuff like that is the best way to move forward. So Schwartz, since you're here, I don't think anybody else is here who did post, but we can go through some stuff. We'll go through some stuff afterwards for the people who posted in here but who didn't attend, and that's totally fine. Nope, lol, hopelessly single, Dr. Puzzler. Well, sometimes the better life, to be honest. Schwartz, I remember this game. This was a banger last time I played it. But for those who are not familiar, this is a pretty swaggy game. I can't lie. What are we, 2007? Why am I saying that? It's a pretty cool game. Would recommend it. Can pretty much guarantee this one's not a virus. Although, yeah, don't take my word for that.
For LomCon.
Well, yeah, well, maybe, exactly. We're going to read through some stuff. So, was it Go.con with my game last year, and people generally seem to like it. Got tons of useful feedback. Managed to implement most of the useful stuff. However, it's much better now. But I'm still open to comments and feedback about the new changes. Latest playtest link. So we'll have a look at improvements from the feedback. So basically, Schwartz, correct me if I'm wrong. If the kind of general gist of the game, for those of you who are new here or inexperienced, haven't played this game before, is you're a duck, and you kind of have to. It's kind of like escape rooms, like thematic escape. Like you're kind of in these. You're placed into these environments. This one here is in a house. There's a couple in the forest, and what was that, Davis?
It's a point and click game, but you can also use controller. Actually, is it just controller? I don't remember.
Adventure game genre, but instead of escaping and trying to collect all the food. Yeah, that was it. Yes. You're supposed to eat all the food in a particular level, and then that you've beaten the level. And there's kind of very creative ways to go about doing that. You can, from what I remember playing Schwartz, you have to like please the humans in the level, or like give items to certain characters to raise their favorability with them and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool. It had a really nice vibe to it and a real nice. It's just highly recommend if you haven't played it. Some people accidentally skip cutscenes without meaning to. I guess now you see the button in modding able to do this. Some people have trouble distinguishing the mushrooms in the upper area of the second level. Oh man, just looking at the screenshots.
That's a list. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's amazing. Was this list in the game before when I last played it?
Yeah,
I
it was.
don't think so.
Yeah.
It was. Had some other feedback at the start of the game not being obvious enough. Screen doesn't change. The screen's black. Sky, do you have any sort of specific questions for us, or things that you're looking for, or more screenshots or a video that you can post in the here and now that we can take a look at for you? I mean, man, just looking at this stuff, this just looks great already. It's just brilliant. I remember getting stuck on this level. This level took me a while.
Did the art change? I don't remember it looking like this.
I don't think it changed.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Also, the animation in this game is really good as well.
Got stuck too, so that's why the light. Yeah. Third level, we try to make it obvious for people when you should leave the room and come back by making the character retreat into a tent. Adding a light to the exit to make it more obvious.
Also, that menu is so good. Like, it's so sleek.
This?
Yeah, it's such a nice little UI. The colors complement one another, and yeah, the font's great as well.
Some slights with this, but overall, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. What are your slides with this, Davis?
Some of the misalignment.
Some misalignment?
Yeah, at the top.
What do you mean? Where are we looking?
So you see how there's like a bunch of space above basically everything on top?
Between the writing and the top of the page?
It's a small thing. It's not huge.
Right.
It's just a spacing thing. Where it starts level 1 gatherer, and then the weight and the status and the save and all that stuff.
Oh, it's just spreading those out a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread them a little more, move it all a little higher, and you see how the save is misaligned vertically. Yeah, stuff like that.
I feel like the save could just move next to settings at that point. Because it's kind of the same UI element.
Yeah, that's
fun.
Yeah, but this does a really good job. But there's obviously a lot of stuff on here, but it's really, Peter, I agree with you. It's nice to look at. Right, I actually don't feel overwhelmed looking at this menu. I like the little duck. I like the duck, the faded duck in the background. I like the icon, the imagery that you have of the breadcrumbs, even though that doesn't necessarily add anything. But that's really, really good. That's really great. A line or something, says Schwartz.
Yeah, line would be good because it would separate everything. It's what's it called? Sectioning off, sequestering, blocking off. It's when you put the similar elements together and you use a separator to show that those are like their own thing or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a different word I can't think of right now, but yeah, it's one of the more common. Okay, for me, whenever I look at UI, it's one of the most common things I say. It's just the separation and the stuff like that.
Hackett thinks it is pretty fancy. Just for clarity, real quick, can everybody hear me, Divas and Peter? I think you guys probably can. Yeah, just checking. Let us know if you can't hear any one of us or anything like that. Oh yeah, I had the sort of manga art style. See, the very minimalistic UI here is fantastic. I'm absolutely love that. Yeah. Some people accidentally skipped the cutscenes without meaning to. I guess now I see why you have to hold down the button in modern games to do this. Is that the reason? I guess it is. Is that yeah, that would make sense. In modern games, you have to hold it down. Some of the videos are rather short though, so you can just tap the button again to skip for good. Yeah. Schwartz, what was your experience with cutscenes and implementing them and things like that? Did you find it necessary? Is it just something that you really wanted to do? Were you disappointed when people skipped them? I guess you were, right? Which is why you've made it hold to use instead of just press. It's all a part of the whole not wasting the player's time thing.
Oh yeah. It's like a quality of life is that is a quality of life because not everybody wants to watch cutscenes and stuff. People just want to play the game to play the game.
Yeah,
you're never going to be able to satisfy both sides. So having a quality of life that allows people to either watch it or just skip it is always good.
Yeah, it's probably more obvious in games where you can game over though. Some people have trouble distinguishing the mushrooms on the upper area of the second level, so now the objects you pick up are done in vector style, and we list up the mushrooms in the back to make their presence more obvious. I think that this screenshot is eliminating that. Yeah, I do remember that. Schwartz, being and not being able to tell the difference between.
Yeah, I struggle at this section as well.
To do, yeah. This looks fantastic now. I mean, you could argue that, maybe you'd think, I don't know, that maybe it looks a little silly or whatever because it kind of stands out. Evening or late as usual. No worries, Darren. No worries. This is it's a chiller event. You haven't missed too much. We're just taking a look at some posts made here. Nothing consequential really. But this looks great. I think for the for the type of game that it is, you're probably not looking for this specific kind of feedback just here. But for the kind of game that this is, I think the more readable the better. I think that there's a lot of stuff going on in this image, for example, that's just brilliant. You've really done a fantastic job. The little shadow underneath the duck, how clear everything is. It's fairly obvious. In fact, I would say it's very obvious what's kind of interactable and what's not. And it just looks phenomenal. How was GadoCon, by the way? So you were at GadoCon last year. How was that? Worth attending? Back. Oh, Hacker, you were there as well? Should do a GameDev.tv meetup at GadoCon. What is it? Just specifically for the Godot engine? Is that kind of what it is for? I'm actually not familiar. Is that like an Unreal Con and stuff as well? You've been joined the Helpers crew. That's amazing. I
think all the big engines have like their own little con, and then you go to it and
really,
I don't really know what you do. I guess see their updates.
Was it? I'm guessing it was based in America, right? I assume it was America.
I have no idea.
probably.
I generally.
Yeah. Welcome in any new people who've joined on YouTube or Discord. Just welcome in. It's a chiller event today, more low key. We're just taking a look at some posts in the Get Feedback channel in our Discord server. So if you're on YouTube and you want to make a post, feel free. We should post the invite link actually. Peter, could you post an invite link for me
if you're on Discord?
In the chat on YouTube? That's cool. We are going to start playing games eventually. I know that's something that we kind of need to transition to quite quickly, but there's a couple of technical things that we wanted to iron out before we did that. But that's something we will start doing, and I think we'll make a big fuss about that when we start doing it, because I think it'll be very beneficial to do that. Hello, Leeson, welcome in. Cool, yeah. But yes, generally, Schwartz, glad to see. Kind of like Peter said, glad to see you back. It's good to see a familiar face, but also that you've taken on board a lot of that feedback and brought it in, which is really cool. I need to get back onto that game actually. It's really good. There's a few sound effects left I'm having difficulty finding. Where do you guys when do you guys tackle sound effects in your projects?
It depends. I sprinkle it, throughout.
Yeah. I've just ended up leaving it to the end, to be honest.
Nah, I can't do that. I have to...
Really? Earlier the better, Dr. Puzzler. Honestly, you're probably right. But I just find stuff's changing all the time, you know what I mean? Like I just find I'll spend ages hunting for a sound effect and then I'll implement it, but then that thing will change or I'll scrap it entirely. It's just like, oh my goodness. It just ends up not even being used, and it's like, it just feels like an extra layer, kind of like polish that goes on at the end, but I don't know.
I usually when I finalize a particular mechanic, that's usually when I find a sound. So like I work on a mechanic, make sure it works, and then when I know it works, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put a sound in real quick.
Yeah. And swap out with more polished sounds later on. That's a good idea. I've never really thought about doing sort of not prototyping sounds, but kind of
gray box.
gray boxing sounds. That's sounds good actually. Maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe I'll use my mouth to make rudimentary noises, and then but I just but I just
a little more work, but
it is. But then again, I feel like sound for me is so important. It completely changes the mood. It changes the tone. I feel like if I start throwing sounds in, it'll influence what I'm doing. So even if they're grey boxed sounds, it'll just sort of, I don't know. We're getting off topic, but yeah, I can understand leaving that to the end. Well, there's a few sound effects you're having difficulty with. I completely relate to that. Schwartz, you got this on Steam at the moment. Is this come out soon? You got a release date, or how's that going? Are you It's on Edge. Oh, nice. Yeah. Do you plan a Steam release or no? What do you think? Pizza. Speaking of which, you've got a Steam release coming up sometime soon.
Yeah, in a few weeks. Yeah.
You don't want to make money from this? It's just not a game.
I was gonna suggest as well to Swartz. There is, you may know this, but there's a cozy. If you want, I don't know when you're planning to release this game, but there's a cozy games fest on Steam. The deadline, I think, is the 28th of February. I think it is, but it's for May. And this game would definitely be up that alley. Even if you just releasing it for free or something, I'd definitely recommend putting it on Steam, because then you will get people. I think they had something like 40, each game that got featured, like a ton of games that got featured, had ended up getting a ton of wish lists from it and stuff. It's and they're planning to be on the front page and stuff. There's a few other wholesome events as well that are on Steam and festivals, but that's a big one. I think it's called Cozy Games, so definitely check it out.
Schwartz says no because I have to file tax forms. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Mood. If you, yeah, for real. But yeah, this is great stuff. This is, I I think I remember saying that the music at some point reminded me of a Resident Evil game or something or other. But
oh yeah,
there was that section where it was the like rhythm like mini game thing that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Is Pizza audible on Discord? I can't hear him. Amazing. So we've been letting Pizza talk without. Can you guys hear Devious?
Is this better?
Oh, no wonder I couldn't hear anything. LMAO. Okay, that explains the pause we just had. Oh my fucking! No way.
You do,
Pizza was talking about. I didn't do nothing. I swear. Okay, Devious. Pizza, take it from the top. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for that pause. That was Pizza. Pizza technical issues. Is he back? Pizza, you said you're checking it. We were not awkward pausing. We're pros. Okay, Pizza was speaking. He was talking about cozy games. He's gone. I think he's just gone to fix it real quick. But to basically just recap quickly what he was saying, he was talking about entering this into cozy. Devious, was that right? Cozy games.
So Steam is having a cozy games event, and your game would be perfect for that particular thing.
Right. Okay. On Steam specifically, I was doing a cozy games event. Yes. Yeah. I thought that's what Swashi was saying.
Go. It should work now.
Can you guys hear Pizza now? Is he here?
Yeah. It should work now. Yeah.
I think so. He's the guy who sounds weird. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, you hear him? Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's a cozy game fest. The deadlines, I think it's like the 28th of Feb. And the actual, I think, is taking place in May. I can send you a link and stuff. But it's definitely worth checking out, even if you're releasing the game for free. Put it on Steam, because then your future games can do well, and it'll take traction to hopefully your itch.io page as well. So it's worth doing.
Yeah, that would be. Now that he can hear you, maybe he'll take part. Don't you have to pay a fee to upload games to Steam? I don't know. I think you do.
Yeah. For free games, I think it's still 100, right?
Yeah, you still got to pay. Yeah.
For free games, really?
I mean, it makes sense. Otherwise, you'd be getting whole ton of.
It'll just be like itch then, I guess, wouldn't it? It would you could just kind of like keep posting stuff.
Well, it's free. So the reason you would put a free game up on Steam is just to build an audience, or if it's a free to play kind of game. But it makes sense. The same reason why you're putting it on itch for free, I assume. That's true. Is because it'll help build your audience and stuff, and so you would just.
But itch has no fee.
Yeah, but I mean, you're putting a price on because Steam has such a larger audience. You're putting the price on. It's worth it. It'd be worth it.
It's really factor. It's free till you make a certain amount. Oh no, they just deleted their comment. I feel like sorry. No. Hey, was that no need to delete? Unless it was wrong misinformation. But no, that's hey. I think we should all. I don't know. It's 100 till you make a certain amount. That's right.
So you make $1,000, then you get the 100 back.
That's cool.
But I mean, if it's free, then you're not going to make that 1,000.
100 per game, KE Southwood. Yeah. I think the Ninja Cat one. Yeah, of course we'll do the Ninja Cat one. Okay, so Schwartz, let us know if you had any immediate questions, just sort of screenshot-based questions before we move on. But Belizen, yes, that's a really good suggestion about gameplay feedback sessions, is getting a video. If you guys submit gameplay videos in, and then we can ask for feedback on those. We can definitely do that. I think
I'm gonna start going into the channels or the posts that people are posting. I'm gonna start putting a little announcement thing in there. It's basically gonna say, if you want to be part of the project showcase, just post a video and questions that you want answered.
That'll be a good way to do it.
That you want to ask. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna try and work on a way to play games live, because I think that would be ideal. Okay, so there was a Ninja Cat game I wanted to have a look at, because this looks cool. This looks like a lot of fun. Tyronic449. I don't think they're here right now, but we'll take a look anyway. We had a cat game last month for the
we had one too.
We had a cat game that was taking care of cats, I think, but this is a Ninja Cat game.
This time the cat's taking care of things,
Yeah, the cat's taking care of the dog. That looks
Doing
really
business.
good. That looks really good. That looks smooth. That looks solid. Particle effects there are good. Devious, you're a resident 2D'er. What are your any immediate thoughts? UI bothering you? You like it?
I mean, a
You
little,
think?
yeah, it looks a little huge, but
It's a little huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what's
Is
the
that the?
pause thing do? I assume it pauses the game, but why is it? It looks like it's paused because it's there. The
Interesting.
slight UX thing. Yeah, but then the health
Yeah.
doesn't need to be that huge. It can be smaller than that, especially
Yeah.
because. Wait, let me go back to the.
Well, I'll write some thoughts as we wrap up. I think this is probably the health bar. I would imagine it seems quite big and blocky for the art style, but that's score
Yeah.
40. That could probably be smaller as well. I'm not sure what this is. I'm guessing we'd figure this out by playing the game. But yeah, that looks really good. Generally, that looks really good. I'd like to do specific feedback sessions. Like, for example, if you want UI, like feedback on your UI, like some screenshots and stuff like that, rather than just sort of general feedback.
Yeah,
I think would be
that
quite
was the
fun.
original idea, but then we were like, it'd be better to do the.
Yeah, yeah. We'll just
talk about
yeah.
UI instead of feedbacking on UI.
That's true. Yeah, I think they've grossly missed an opportunity there to spell it pause.
Yeah.
They
Actually, I think the other cat game did that too. That's like one of the
feedback
classic
from our
jokes. Anytime you have a pause
showcase
button, put the pause.
session. Looks great so far. I mean, that's super useful feedback. You've missed the perfect opportunity, chance to spell pause. Pause. Divas, you were saying that the UI looks a little big.
Oh. Yeah, the so you see how the health is it's massive compared to the element on the right. So it again misalignment. So it misaligns because it's bigger, and then the other side is smaller. Which
Right.
I mean, you can take that as a bigger typically has more focus, but in this case, it's just these two elements.
So right. So
yeah, just shrink the health down a little to match the same size
Manage
as the thing on the right.
the health bar down a little would be good. Shrinking the health bar down a little would be good. Yeah, to match the other UI elements. Otherwise, the gameplay it does look super smooth, and I personally have always struggled with the kind of what do you call it, like weapon effect of when you swing a sword or a knife or something, having that sort of white or grey trail behind it is something I've personally struggled with a fair amount. But that's just me. Gameplay looks super smooth. And well done. Okay. Take a look at a couple other things. Oh yeah, Dr. Puzzler trailer feedback on the source. Dr. Puzzler, did we get to this? I think I left some feedback here, but for those who will play this, just in case, I don't know if I'm sharing my sound here. I'm going to have to do that real quick. Give me a second. So this is a trailer, by the way. This was another great way to give some feedback for Dr. Puzzler's game, The Source. We'll kind of review it and look at some feedback that was already mentioned afterwards. Let me know if you guys can't hear this.
Has that inscription vibe. Yeah, it has sound, by the way.
Thank you. Okay. And we'll take a look at some feedback. That's amazing. I hope the YouTube stream could hear that. I'm actually not sure. Not getting sound on YouTube for the game. Yo, I do apologize for that YouTube stream. That is my bad. If you want, I'll send you guys a link to the trailer that we just watched into the YouTube chat. And you guys can check that out for yourselves. That's by Dr. Puzzler. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Yeah, so sorry, just for new people who have joined on YouTube, this is sort of more chill, just more low key, kind of Discord focused this event, because we're just looking through the Discord channel, the Get Game Feedback Discord channel. If you want to make a submission, if you want to make a post in there, feel free. Did we get an invite link in there? I don't think so. Pizza, could you post a invite link for me in the YouTube chat? Is that right?
I think it doesn't allow me. Yeah, because
really?
I've posted it and it just doesn't show up in the. Yeah.
Right, I'll try.
If I post it again, I don't think it'll show up. Yeah, it's not showing up.
Interesting. Maybe that's a YouTube.
So maybe like it may be blocking links from other people.
Yeah, I'll give that a go in a minute. Okay. I think it would have been effective to have the trailer end
when the guy pulled out the floppy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the real PC tower fits in, but I guess that's part of the mystery. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool, Dr. Puzzler. Good job.
I do like the opener. I do like the whole disc thing. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Really, Pizza? Yeah.
I mean, no one
yeah, it adds the mystery to it, and then also visually, it feels like aesthetically mysterious as well with the music. So it kind of aesthetically like makes sense. Also, it's not like often you see like game trailers doing something like this. A lot of the time, it's just straight into like what the game is. So you already caught my interest. Oh wait, it's a floppy disk, right? I just realized.
Yeah.
Took me a second. Yeah, it's not even a disk; it's a floppy disk.
Yeah. I want to see someone make a game where they do this, but it's like a really outdated technology, like a 8-track player or something.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
I think, Dr. Puzzler, yeah, I wanted to say, because I have said this in my feedback in the post already, but I've always struggled to think about trailers for text-based games, and so I think as far as that goes, you've really sort of exceeded my expectations. Anyway, I think it does a good job. For everyone watching, it is muted at the moment, just while we're talking. But yeah, I think you've done a good job sort of setting up the mystery. I'm almost intrigued by the sort of lack of gameplay, because obviously there isn't really gameplay to sort of show. But it does a good job. I like I've sort of told you this before, haven't I? But I like the font, I like the animation, the bloom effects. You've done a really nice visual job. So it's really, really good, personally. Yeah, there's some, as you can see, there's some sort of gameplay here. But yeah, it just looks great. It just really looks good. So we've got some feedback from Macros. I'll just sort of summarize it briefly. My thoughts on trailers that you should cut the first 15 seconds. Okay, I think they were not a fan. I think I did read this, Macros, but I think they were not a fan of the real life footage. Remove all the scenes with the disc and computer. I don't find that compelling and is misleading, in my opinion. What do we think? Is it misleading?
Wait, what part?
The IRL footage in the trailer.
How's it misleading?
I don't know.
I think because you're showing like how it is after it, I don't think it's misleading at that point.
Okay.
And to be honest, if we're going off misleading, there's loads of AAA games that are misleading. So, at that point, you kind of,
Yeah, that's true. It's not exactly. I agree. I don't think I agree with the fact that it's misleading. I think Schwartz, good point, maybe not matching. I think it's pretty obvious from once you've seen the trailer that it's not part of the gameplay or something. I don't think it necessarily needs to be changed. Text-based is because of the post. So that's interesting. I literally have no idea what type of game I'd be buying based on just the trailer alone. The only reason I know it's text-based is because of the post. So that's interesting. I didn't think about that, actually. And I suppose that's something that is important. Dr. Puzzler, what do you think about that? Did you read this piece of feedback? And Devious Pizza, what do you think? Do you think it should be more clear that it's text based from the trailer?
So okay, so first on the disc thing, very inscription filled because inscription does the same thing. Except
Interesting.
I don't think it's a floppy disk. I can't remember. I think it is a floppy disk actually. But no, it's it makes sense as long as the game plays off of that. Like it's not just for a marketing thing. Like this game, and if the game doesn't reference it like at all, then there's no point in having it in the trailer like at all.
Right.
Unless he did mention the ARG thing, but still in the trailer, you would have the game trailer and then you'd have an ARG trailer, which would do that stuff. But if the game references the outside playing, then yeah, you would definitely have that in the trailer. Now, the game is a very story-based game. It's a wow, I just forgot it. What's it called? What's a Doki Doki Literature Club? What is that?
Visual novel.
Visual novel. Yeah, it's essentially a visual novel with a little more involvement because you have all these like little choices and you have that little map thing that he was doing. Because the game is mostly story and because the presentation of a trailer is very story flowing, it feels like I guess nothing in there says it's a visual novel. It's just it seems like because when it shows the map, then it changes the expectation and it becomes not a visual novel. It becomes like, well, there's something else that you're playing with. So what are you not showing me?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So it like breaks an expectation, but by doing so, it kind of I wouldn't say hurts itself, but it confuses people.
You mean once the gameplay does show or the map shows here?
Yeah, once the map shows up, then it becomes like because in a visual novel you typically don't see stuff like this, and then
right.
Then the moment the map pops up, it breaks the expectation of a visual novel, and then it's become like then the other elements become not. Then they don't seem like the visual part of the game. They seem like just part of the story in the game, and then there's another gameplay element that it's not showing because yeah, just yeah. But
I get what you mean. Yeah,
if there's a way for you to show that it's a visual novel without just showing the visual novel stuff, that work. Like that's why some of the games in the beginning they say like a visual novel experience or something like that. That way you would onboard the players' expectations, the viewers' expectations of the trailer, and they expect. If you say it's a visual novel, now they expect and they see the game through the lens as a visual novel rather than I don't know what kind of gameplay this is. I don't know what kind of game this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you got like a weird mix going on.
Better to potentially risk putting people off.
Yeah.
By telling them what it is, then it's
because the whole point of the trailer is to entice and to inform. If you're it'll entice people, but if they don't realize that it's like a visual novel or some of the it's good to break the boxes, but you can't it'd be good to just have some way of telling the player what their expectations can be. Like you can even be like a visual novel and what is it? A visual text adventure game. Like you can even market that as part of your thing that it's like a double kind of thing. If you onboard them with saying like it's a visual text adventure or a visual novel text adventure, not everyone's used to those, so then it'll be like, oh, okay, so this is something new. And now that if they're familiar with both, then if it's a text adventure and a visual novel, well, actually, no, when you say text adventure, do you type anything in? Because I don't remember you typing anything. You just read the words. Yeah, okay. Then it wouldn't be I wouldn't call it a text adventure game because a text adventure game has to do with you typing. Like Zork. I think it's the old game. Yeah, the old style kind of things where you type in. God, these genres are so old. I'm forgetting what they're called.
Dr. Puzzle, I don't know how far into this are you and what changes you could make. Get ye Flask, you can't get ye Flask. Interactive storybook sort of thing. You're talking about, Devious?
Well, King's Quest is a point and click. This isn't a point and click. This is a visual novel with a high emphasis on keywords. That's why some of the words are highlighted.
Right.
Yeah, because she's shown this before, and we've seen like I want to say gameplay Yeah, I'm pretty sure he showed us some gameplay a while back, in a different Discord.
I,
Go
I'd
ahead.
like to. I don't know. You almost this beginning bit with the welcome outsider. I think this is actually ripped straight from the opening cutscene or the opening of the game. Doctor Puzzle. I don't suppose there's any way you could sort of showcase, because I think stuff like this can be easily misconstrued as created for the trailer, right? You've kind of created this cutscene for a sort of cinematic purpose, and you probably have, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm wondering, is there some way you can tell the sort of prologue of the story, or you could just showcase that in the gameplay format of you can see. Is that making sense? Like you can, Peter, you get me? Or is that
Well, what I
no?
was going to say was that I feel like this trailer is appropriate by the title of what this trailer is. It's a teaser trailer.
Oh, it's a teaser.
Right?
We've completely been ignoring
Which
that.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
So I think when we're showing like text adventure thing, I think a teaser trailer you can give it a little bit of benefit of a doubt. It's when you do like when you call it trailer one, right? I think that's when you would do this kind of stuff, right? As I think with a teaser trailer, and I think the way you add in the mystery to it, I think you're just putting something out there into the world, being like, this is an experience, but you're not being specific. And I think that's a lot more interesting because it makes people try and go, oh, what is this, right? And I think that's what teaser trailers tend to kind of align with. It's meant to.
Dr. Puzzler, is this the only trailer? Or wait, no, who? Shit.
So far.
Yeah. Will this be the only trailer? That's the question. If this is the only trailer.
No.
Right, so will there be like an actual full trailer kind of thing that you would expect?
Trailers for games are so hard because
I've got an idea.
Oh, Peter's he's going to fix it. No, go ahead, Peter. What do you think?
I've got an idea that you would do for a second trailer. So I don't know how many people you've got playing this, but I would send this to content creators and then get the footage of them reacting to the gameplay. Like get some like early like impressions on this, get the footage, and then you would have a trailer where people react to it or something like that, right? Or something where it shows the person and then the person interacting, because I remember you can pick options, right? Like 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, and have them like picking and then text of them reading. I think that's kind of how because again, for someone who doesn't necessarily play a lot of like novel games or whatever or anything like that, I think showing something like that would be more engaging for someone who probably won't play games like this, right? So I think that would be an interesting idea to do, because from what I played last time, you've got enough content to send to someone, right? From the last time I played this game. So I think it's worth, just like sending, and again, even if it's like smaller, like streamers that have fewer numbers, as long as you've got footage there that you can put into a trailer as well. I don't aim, I mean, if you want to, you can aim for people that have like million subscribers and stuff, but like aim for people who are just starting just to get some kind of footage there,
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad way of doing it, and I'd even be happy to. I'm sure people here as well would be in GameDev.tv or whatever, even getting maybe friends. I'd be happy to provide you some footage playing the game. I don't know if Peter was thinking of having like chats included on the trailer or whatever, but I think I'd be happy to do that. Peter, I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, I think getting creative, because I was just going to say before, game trailers are so hard. There's something I have a lot of fun thinking about often, but I struggle with because it's I don't know about you guys, but I think we're all, as a culture, very influenced by movie trailers, cinematic trailers, very dramatic and stuff. But obviously, games aren't. You can kind of do that with 3D games, Call of Duty, whatever. You can kind of make a big action, but trying to really nail a trailer for something that's not as conventional as that, not conventional, sorry, but something that's not. It's harder, right? It's harder. So, Doctor Puzzler, you've certainly done a good job with what you've done so far. So
I
definitely
think it's
take that
harder.
away.
I was gonna say I think it's harder nowadays as well. So like back in the day when a lot of game trailers would be like just CGI for maybe like a minute or something, where people would be like, "Oh, that looks amazing." So I think people are less reliant on that stuff. So people more want to see stuff nowadays in gameplay trailers because of like they've been burnt in previous games that like have showed trailers and then they've played it and it's a different experience and stuff. So it's a lot harder now, I think, to make trailers to be as captivating and stuff. So.
Sure. Just generally, you mean? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a bunch of factors as well because there's so many games out there that they don't want to go through the lore stuff first, and then waste their time. Or some people feel like it wastes their time, and they could just be watching because they just want to see the gameplay, and then the story comes next. Typically, what I say is you want to do the lore after they're already invested. You don't want to do it before because it can bore some players that would probably just enjoy the gameplay.
Yeah, that's definitely something I we like our trailers with something for me that was a learning experience for me was that I'm a big fan of trailers that have a sort of slow build up and a dramatic reveal. But what I failed to realize after making some fan trailers and things like that was that the reason why those very slow opening and dramatic openings worked so well was because I was already invested in the IP or in the trailer of whatever it was, because I knew the game that was coming out of the film. And then actually when you try and that approach with IPs or games or whatever it is that isn't already popular and already people are excited for, they'll just click off it in 5 seconds. They're not interested in dramatic builds up and things like that necessarily. I don't know if that, maybe I'm just spouting nonsense.
Well, usually when you see that mostly works from what I've seen. It mostly works when the game already has like a following, an audience, because again they're already invested.
And also with that stuff, it also depends on, say, if it's like a sequel to a game that's been massively popular, you can get away with a lot more as well.
Yeah, like, because I'm already invested in the prequel or the
I remember when the 2018, the God of War game, and then they showed off basically the reveal of Ragnarok was basically just a logo, and everyone was like, "Wow, this is amazing!" But because people were so tied to the first game and they knew what to expect, so.
Same with Skyrim. No gameplay. They just showed the title.
But think about that's why trailers these days have like mini trailers before the trailer. They've got like the first 5 seconds of a trailer are like boom, 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 boom. Trailer starts now. They've kind of got like a trailer for the trailer, for goodness sake. It's getting silly, but really.
Yeah.
You need more booms in your game.
You do, Dr. Russell, yeah. Let me know if you need them. But yes, I don't know if there's any kind of look. Like I said, I think you've done a good job so far. You've taken on board a lot of feedback already from this. But maybe try and think. If there's some kind of flashy action sequence or intense sequence that you can put at the beginning to just get them hooked, and then put some vine booms at the start of the trailer. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, you always want to. If your game has a hook, you always want to showcase that hook. I don't know what the hook.
At the start.
Yeah, the hook in this game isn't clear. I will say that, but I don't know how.
It's very clear. It's been made by Dr. Puzzler, for goodness sake. That's the hook.
It's got puzzle in the name. It's going to be a puzzle game.
But no, it's really good, Dr. Puzzler. We've given you a lot of feedback here. You got some food for thought. Hopefully, that's somewhat helpful. But no, really good stuff. And as before, this it's on itch already. Is that right, Dr. Puzzler? Is it coming out soon? Do you have a link for it? Steam. Boom. There we go. There it is. He was ahead of me. Text that explodes. Yeah, literally the word boom. That's what you need. Yeah. There was YouTube. I think there was a trailer here actually.
No, the slow build up is fine. Just do like a slow build up with like the title and some story stuff, because there is a huge bunch of like stuff right before you actually get to the gameplay. So you could cut that down a little, get into the gameplay, and then once you invest them into the gameplay, then that's when you can start showing some more of the lore stuff in the trailer.
Speaking of trailers, we've got another one here. Let's see if we can apply our feedback to this. I'm going to see if I can get the sound live on YouTube. So bear with me for a second, guys. Keep the chat entertained. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the audio on YouTube. Maybe I am. I remove the source for a second. I've just got me. Share my screen. Oh, share a tab or a screen instead. Ah, interesting. Okay, so there we go. And it also shares system audio. So that's going to share the audio of... All right, so just so the people on YouTube can hear it, everybody be quiet during this trailer. Boom, there we go. Can you guys hear that? Just quickly on Discord. Just imagining you can. Yeah, okay. I think that was the quality of my internet actually for a second. I'm just going to wind it back. Just so we've got... You know what? Never mind. Maybe it wasn't. Oh god, sorry, I was muted. Immediate thoughts. What do we think? Even if they're basic.
Well, I wasn't super clear on the goal, but then I don't know if that's because I clicked away for a second. other than a tower defense game, I saw that. Yeah, I just wasn't clear on the goal.
I've accidentally removed my screen sharing entirely from Discord, from YouTube, but that's okay.
I was going to say, could we put it on as like a loop?
Loop in, without the audio in the background, yes, we can.
Yeah.
We can leave that going. The UI, the Canon UI needs some camera alignment. Yeah, for sure. It's a fairly rudimentary trailer. I don't think we should be sort of too harsh on it, but yeah, it's not super obvious what's going on at all, is it? I don't think. But let me just see if I can get it back up on YouTube just for a second, just for my peeps. There we go. Window. Yeah. So yeah, it's the camera angle is kind of dodgy. I would say it doesn't sort of show off a great amount. You do kind of get the gist of what's going on, but it's quite clunky.
Yeah. Another thing is right now in the trailer, I noticed this when I was watching it. It said "and defend better," but you're losing. Like right before it says that you were killing everything, and then when the exact next scene it says "and defend better." I don't know. Is it saying to defend better, or is it saying by doing things you defend better?
Collect more. Upgrade further.
Yeah, see, like you're not dying here. You're actually winning, and then it says "and defend better." Then it cuts to this,
right?
And then all of a sudden they start destroying everything.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah. That's interesting. I love the testimonials at the end about how good the game is. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. These are. I think the layout of this is not great, but I think it's a nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, on the side.
Yeah. What you could do for this is again with this game, I think maybe there's still a bit of work needed on this game, so it's a bit harder to kind of capture these moments as they're happening and whatnot. What I would mention is for the right at the end, what I would do is I would continue the gameplay. So I'm very against like just having like a black screen and text. I think that doesn't really do a whole lot. So what I would do is I'd show gameplay and then have like some form of screen that fades slightly, so it's like darkened, and then just show the testimonials like one after the other kind of thing, and do it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
That way you've got at least something moving, but you want to obviously have it so it's readable. So that's why I suggest having something that's slightly dark in the background to like make it pop.
Because at first I actually thought this was like description of the game or something. I was actually wasn't sure.
I thought it was a journal of the guy talking about it.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
But no, it's not till it took me a second or third reading to.
Yeah, once I got down to the finding the keys thing, and I was like, oh, these are testimony.
Yeah. But Hecate, you're right. It's an interesting take on a tower defense where you walk through the field where the action occurs. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's not bad by any means at all. And it looks very interesting. It looks with some more polish. It looks like a fun, maybe a game jam game or something, or maybe more than that. Maybe it looks harder work than that. I'm not sure. But yeah, it certainly looks. It looks fun. It looks interesting. It seems to be running fairly smoothly. You know, there doesn't seem to be anything obviously wrong with it there. Yeah, Peter.
I was gonna say, like, I'm very like pro. Like, if there's like something that's happening on the screen where you're literally just standing there, I guess because there's a lot of stuff going on, but like I feel like some of these shots could have been trimmed slightly to get it down. I know you want to get to like 1 minute, but sometimes like quality is over like quantity. So sometimes like it's better to just trim the shots. Even like if you're taking off a second after every shot, it still will make it a lot more concise than you think it is. But you still want enough time that the player can, when you switch into the next shot, they understand, oh, this is different and stuff. So you still want a little bit of a like time ahead and beforehand. But I would still, some of these shots I would, like.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't want to over analyze it. You know, it looks like a good attempt. You know, it's quite a rudimentary game, quite a rudimentary trailer. You know, hats off to them for even putting it together. To be honest, it's definitely unique. Yeah, but that's good. I would certainly change this, put some gameplay behind it too.
I just a quick thing. Go on the HIO page if you can. There is like there's a footage that I absolutely probably would have like found
included.
A way to, yeah, at the top. Yeah.
I won't share the screen just yet for a second. Hang on.
Another thing was
I can't bring that up right now. But yes, pizza. Sorry. Yes, that's a really good.
That like the top down thing. I would have like if you can find a way to like have it so it's
I can paste the PNG in here. It's not. It's a GIF on the website, but
yeah,
you guys can see. Yeah, it's like a.
I mean, you don't want to do like 1-to-1, but something similar could, kind of show the like the scope
of the
scale.
Level. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, the scale.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the video sometimes it feels like it's just in like one room kind of thing, whereas that kind of shows a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. This looks like more. Yeah, this has got some more sort of strategy to it and stuff. I think that's the actual PC screen. I hope that nothing private on there, but yeah. Let's see if there are any other super laggy operating system. Yeah, so like I said right at the start, if you do want to submit games on here, like I said, we're going to really push. I think starting next month, we're going to stream web-based games. So if you want feedback from next month, and also submitting just in the meantime, if you want people to play your games, you're much more likely to get it by submitting web-based if you can. Not everything can, of course, but if you can, please do. I think people are, it's you're less likely to get plays if it's downloaded stuff. But yeah, that's really cool. Okay, probably going to wrap up in a few minutes. We're just, it's been a chiller event. We've kind of gone over people who were here. This did look really cool though. I just wanted to look at this quickly before we finished. It's just a small GIF, but it's. I have a special place in my heart for people who can pull off really amazing pixel art, games, UI, systems, animations, whatever you want to call it. because pixel art for me has always been I like it. I like doing pixel art myself, but animating in pixel art, smooth particle effects, stuff like that has always been oof.
Click on the itch page, then you'll probably appreciate it even more.
Really?
Yeah.
With this, I need to find a way of streaming that real quick. Because it's not my screen. Hang on. Right, let me just do that. Change windows to the itch page. Go live. Wow. Yeah. Let me change play screen sharing window. Share on YouTube as well. This is amazing. Look at this. That's fantastic. That is truly. So first, I'd like to thank Telescope Vampire Survivors game development series helped me along in creating the mechanics for this game. That's really nice. Devious is our resident pixel artist. What do you think?
About what?
Immediate thoughts on the...
Wait, I can hear myself.
Oh, can you? Oh my goodness. So sorry. I do apologize. Let me change the screen back.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. Right. Stop streaming. We'll stop on Discord. I mean,
Wait, so
we'll
what?
On...
Wait.
Can you still hear yourself?
Yeah, I can.
You can. God damn. Really?
Check. Is that me?
That'll be me. Share audio. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, I can't hear myself anymore.
Okay.
All
Have
right,
you seen or played Inmost? Sorry, Dr. Puzzler. No, just quickly. No, I haven't. But please, if I should, let me know.
Oh, I remember Inmost. That's the side scroller horror game, I think.
That's
the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, sorry. Devious, what were you saying?
I don't know. What was the question again?
Just a quick sort of feedback on this, thoughts on this. I don't think it needs any feedback. It's perfect already. No, feedback on that. Thoughts on that page.
The page looks great.
It's great, doesn't it? Yeah, it's really
though
good.
the glitter is just slightly too much. There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, no.
Sparkly. It's good.
It looks fine. I'm not a particular fan of this sort of genre, but I could appreciate its designs and whatnot.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, is it? No, it's not an auto thing either.
An auto, like an auto battler?
Yeah, like a Vampire Survivor thing. Now he's like aiming and clicking. It's closer to 20 minutes.
This looks really good. God damn.
Or I forget the other one. Well, anyways, yeah, it looks fine. It looks good.
Yeah.
I
oh man, look at that.
That they got.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Gameplay looks good. Looks smooth.
Although I will say, as good as this pixel art looks on the page, it does not match the game at all.
Really?
Like
interesting. Yeah.
Like if you look on the what the hell do you call it? The title card, I guess it really is a card. You get a title card, and you look at this scene inside on the page. That does not look anywhere near the quality of. It looks way better than the quality of the actual game. Not to say that the game looks bad or anything, but when you present a game and you put the player's expectations at a certain level, and then you show them something that's at a lower level. Not to say that it's bad. It's just a different level. Then you can disappoint people in the expectation. You don't meet the expectations that you've set yourself to the player.
Yeah. Just Kevin Altman, real quick. Sorry, and YouTube, do these come from the Discord? Yes, they do. And while I'm streaming this, I'm just going to post a link invite to that just now before we wrap up. But yes, Pizza, what were you saying?
So this game was created in 40 hours.
In 40 hours? Really?
Yeah. Ooh. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at the comment. I assume it was for a game jam. Because they were saying comment because it will go up. Or it'll see more traction or whatever. But yeah, 40 hours.
That's crazy. That's very impressive. I don't get anything done in 40 hours. Jesus. So I just think
it says in the description as well. I made this game in a hurry in 40 hours because I have exams in my college this whole week.
Man.
Sad, but I can improve art and add more information for potions, etc. Anyways, hope you enjoy.
Love that. Okay. So we're gonna wrap up there. Slightly shorter today, a little more chilled, laid back. Before we do go completely, I'm just gonna stop sharing on YouTube as well. Appreciate you guys all for hanging out. We're gonna announce the next month's events and challenge today. So we did say we were going to, before originally we were going to do a voting event for the theme and the stuff like that, but we're gonna make some tweaks to it as well, because we want to hopefully this time we can get 3 people to submit to the monthly challenge. No, but we're gonna make some tweaks on it, because we want to keep pushing it, and we've been revising some stuff behind the scenes too, so we're gonna got some cool stuff there. So we're going to announce the monthly challenge theme. We're going to give a small prize out to a couple of people who submitted for this month, but then announce the events for next month too. And if you do want your game played for next month's feedback event, which will replace this one, please submit it in a web-based format if you can. Appreciate that you might not be able to do that, and if not, please submit gameplay videos. Bring in a packed punch, and as well bring some targeted questions. If you can submit it in a particular scene or a particular area where you want the feedback, please do that too, because it can take a long time to play through some games to get to the area you want feedback on and stuff like that. But yeah, appreciate you all for hanging out with us, and thank you. We will see you in the next event. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.